Hello, morning. Another working day in my life. I'm working from home today. It's quite a chaotic day. I have 5 minutes until my meeting starts, and it's a super packed day with interviews. We're doing interviews with people from the client's side of things to assess their culture, and that's supplementing a survey that we're sending out, and then also a desktop review that we've done with all the documentation that we received from the client. I might have mentioned bits of this project before if you've watched my previous vlogs, but yeah, I need to quickly basically get coffee in me, have something to eat, ideally also do a quick stretch so that I'm not feeling dead, and then get online and all of that I need to do within 4 minutes. So I'm gonna get on with it and I'll speak to you later. Morning. Good. I'm trialing out this, which is the blue light glasses. Oh, thank you. I've had them for ages, but I haven't worn them, and then I realized last week that I was getting headaches, and I don't know if it's from laptop or something, but just gonna see if it works. All right, hello. And I've just had my stand-up meeting with my manager. That's just a meeting that we have every morning for about 15 to 30 minutes to discuss anything we need to ahead of the day, who's doing what, our priorities, to-do list, everything like that. And if you watch my previous vlog, you know a little bit about the project I'm on at the moment. It's a culture change one, and we're doing a few things to assess a company's culture right now and then give them a plan of how they can achieve the culture that they and especially their employees desire to see in their organization. So that's the project. Really fascinating stuff, like super interesting content wise, but also quite intense workload wise because it's two of us on the culture work, even though it's a bigger program overall. Today, the day is packed with interviews, and like I said, it's going to be back to back. So I have now 2 minutes left until the first one, and I don't think I have time for a stretch. I think I'll just chuck some of this kefir in me and make sure that my stomach has something in it and that my brain has the power to function. In the interviews, it's gonna be two of us. My manager will be leading them. I'll introduce myself and then go off camera to basically take notes and do a transcript of the whole thing. That's the plan. And then when I have time for a break, I hopefully will still do my stretching because I really feel like I need it. Oh my goodness. The typing every second for 1 hour is much harder than I thought. I thought it would be a bit more like, natural pauses that people make in conversation and then a bit of like maybe people would repeat some things so you wouldn't need to note them down so you wouldn't need to note them down again, but I'm exhausted and I have three more of these interviews to go today. So it's for 1 hour interviews. I'm just realizing I'm such a slow typer. I have suspected it before. I had an inkling that maybe I'm not amazing at typing really fast, and just the amount of energy it took out of me, and I still need to go back and basically correct all the spelling mistakes that happened because of me typing so fast and just deduce from a collection of letters what word that was. So I'm gonna do that probably in the breaks in between. Now I have 10 minutes to go until an interview debrief I have with my manager. Because this was the first interview we've done out of like 20 something, we are going to just check in and see how we both did, anything we need to change, stuff like that. Now I'm gonna quickly do my stretch because I feel like I really need it, and my day does go better when I do my usual morning stretch. I'll have to condense it a little bit. I usually take about 15 minutes if I have the time. So yeah, and then I still haven't had my breakfast. It's about 11:30 now. It's coming up to 11:30. So I really need to have that soon. And probably another cup of coffee. And again, if you're a returning viewer, this is probably just going to be a theme throughout every freaking video. But I love coffee. I'm addicted to coffee. I don't know. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna get on with it and then jump on to that next call. All right, debrief with my manager done. I think we're all good to go into the next interviews. Now I have 40 minutes to go until the next one starts. So this kind of has to be my lunch break. And I'm really tempted to go out on a walk and just do a little, I don't know, 20 minutes around the neighborhood to get some fresh air and just, I don't know, wake myself up a bit more. Because I feel like I just need to get out of the house. And then I might grab some groceries on the way as well if I have time. And then after that, the interviews are quite back to back. So I don't think I'll have many breaks. I'll have maybe like 15 minutes in between. Yeah, I think now I'm going to do my walk quickly. Also have a huge contrast of very warm layers on top here, but then ripped jeans over here, and I don't know how I feel about it because I'm always cold everywhere. I'm just gonna test it. Walk was great, but no groceries obtained. I didn't have enough time to basically go all the way, and I almost reached, and then I had to reverse and run back. I have 1 minute until my next interview, so I'm gonna quickly top up my coffee and then just get on with it because I'll have to speak soon. Oh my goodness, my brain is absolutely fried. It's been 2 more back-to-back interviews with pretty much no break in between because one of them ran over a little bit and then you kind of want to be there a few minutes in advance for the next one because they are with quite senior people at the client company. So we don't want to do the usual consulting thing where people just jump on like a few minutes late and it's fine because it's very normalized in consulting, but it's not quite the norm normally, if that makes any sense. I'm absolutely starving because I only had my kefir for breakfast, which was hours ago now. And I really need to eat something, so I'm going to do that now. And then I have a debrief with my manager again at 4. We were supposed to have a 4th interview then, but it got moved, and honestly not mad about it. I'm quite happy because my concentration to be able to capture everything that's said for the duration of an hour multiple times a day, it's exhausting. As much as it's very interesting as well. Like it's really, really cool to see what people say, how they differ and how open they are. We've had 2 people who opened up quite a lot, and I think they got the gist that it's supposed to be quite a transparent interview, that we're external people, we're not sharing this stuff with the client afterwards. We're just sharing themes that are overall, and we're not supposed to share any details that's gonna identify them. So it's confidential, it's gonna be anonymized. Whereas someone who we interviewed just now gave us all the textbook answers of speaking how maybe a senior leader would want an employee to speak if everything was perfect in an organization. So it was an interesting contrast. Yeah, but anyway, I need food. I'm gonna get food and then I'm gonna get back to this because I've had no other time really for other things, but I still have quite a to-do list on top of the interviews. So I'm gonna get on with that in the meantime. It is getting a bit dark now. It's about 5:30 p.m. I have been in those back-to-back calls since and just had a little break to breathe and then catch up with my manager. And I'm just going to finish a few things now. I need to go through the transcripts that I took during the interviews and basically make sure that they're readable. And then I'm going to send one of those transcripts to my manager just to make sure that she sees what I'm capturing. Is it fine? Am I missing anything? And then hopefully log off soon after that. I think this will take me about an hour. I hope not more. Yeah, I'm gonna probably listen to some music. If you watched the previous log, you might know that I listen to some very pumpy music when I work. It does give me the energy, and I think today especially I've not been overloaded with the music, because sometimes when I need to just like dive into work for the whole day and I'm in my earphones, say like in the office listening to the music, I do get a bit tired of it. Whereas today I had so many meetings that there was no time at all, and I'm actually quite excited to listen to some, and then hopefully they'll make me productive and have a chill evening. I think I'm not doing my usual dancing today, just because it's been quite intense lately, and I think I do need at least like an evening or two in the working week to not have plans. It's a Tuesday, by the way, and then tomorrow and Thursday and Saturday and Sunday I have plans, so I need to basically be recharged enough to actually enjoy them and not stress about them. And that's what I find, that sometimes, even though I love my routines, I love the dancing, it gives me so much joy and so much happiness, but if I have it back to back and I have no time for myself outside of that and outside of work, it can sometimes get to the point where I'm more stressed about the rushing everywhere and the packed schedule than I'm excited, and that's not where I want to be with my hobbies, because I love my hobbies. So I'm trying to kind of pace myself a bit more, and if I need an evening off, then I try and squeeze that in. I'm gonna get on with that stuff now because I'm really keen to get it out of the way. I have finally logged off. It's around 7:10 p.m. Not ideal, but I did want to finish. But I did want to finish a few things, and then now I can finally chill out, put my laundry away, and get on with the evening. Hope you enjoyed. I hope it was somewhat insightful, and if you did, let me know in the comments if you have suggestions for future videos as well. Anything you want to know about consulting or otherwise, London, my life, I don't know, ask away. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.